Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Today we will discuss preposition. Before going to deliver my speech, I'll have some words on drug addiction. Say no to drug addiction. It's you know what is drug addiction in Bangla? It is called Madhava Shakti. It destroys a family and a society, and overall it is very disturbance for the whole country, and it is the root of many crimes. So try to build awareness, social awareness against drug addiction. Okay, thank you. And now we are going to start our topics. Preposition. Our topic is preposition. At first, I will try to say something about preposition. What is preposition? It's one of the 8 parts of speech and very important parts of speech. It's like a linker or a bridge. It's make a relation between nouns, between noun and adjective, between noun and verb. For example, if I say I like the mangoes of Rajshahi, then there will be a connection between Rajshahi and mangoes. So this is there is a of is working here as a bridge between Rajshahi and mangoes. It makes brings a relation. It indicates a relation between Rajshahi and mangoes. Then another example is he is aware of we find here connection between two nouns, Rajshahi and mangoes. We can say another example is if we say he is aware of he is aware of drug addiction. Though here is drug addiction, this is a noun phrase, and this noun phrase is linked with our adjective. So we find here connection between adjective and noun by this preposition. At the same time, we can say they depends on his income. So his income is linked with depend. So here we find connection between a noun and verb with the preposition on. So this is the function of preposition. Without preposition, the completing the sentence is not possible. So there are some preposition, common preposition like of, in, on, at, by, to, with, without, above, on, etc. These are the common preposition we are familiar with. So firstly, we have preposition have must and a preposition must and object. We have to keep some issues in our mind that a preposition must have an object. A preposition means place before. So what is the meaning of preposition? In Bangla it is called purva avasthan. Preposition, purva avasthan. It is placed before a noun or noun phrase. And a preposition must have an object. Without object, it will be adverb, not preposition. So, for example, if I go to college, the object is school for to. So there is object. So this is one thing. If I say come in, after in, there is no noun, no object. So it is not preposition, it is adverb. So preposition following a preposition should be in objective form. A pronoun following preposition should be in objective form. So this pronoun which is connected with the preposition, it must be in objective form. Okay, and you can say we depend on him, not he. He. We know that there are 3 types of form of pronoun: objective form, nominative form, and positive form. So, objective form is his, her, their, his, and nominative positive form, and objective form him, them, her, and nominative form is I, you, he, she. This is the nominative form. So objective form will be used after preposition. And commonly used preposition, across, above, against, along, among, around, at, before, behind, below, beneath, besides, between, by, down, from, in, into, near, of, onto, toward, under, upon, with, and within. These are the common preposition. A preposition is a word that establishes a relation between the subject and the object in the sentence, and preposition usually precede a noun or pronoun. Now we'll discuss a preposition in front of. In front of, this is used to denote something or someone is standing in front of, before other person or object. So in front of, meaning of in front of is samne. That means when there is something before something, that will the in front of will be used. For example, he is in front of the car. That means he is before the car, not behind the car. Now another example is behind. Behind is opposite of in front of it. That means behind means pechone, opposite of in front of. And he is behind the car. He is behind the car means he is back of the car, not in front of the car. Another example giving to set between, among, and amidst. These are the three preposition. Between is used for two objects, and among and amidst is used for more than two objects or things or places. For example, between means moddhe. There are mountains between Chile and Argentina. Between Chile and Argentina, that means Chile and Argentina moddhe. There are many differences between two brothers. Between two brothers. Among is used more than two persons or things. The chief guest distributed prizes among the winners. So among the winners are more than two in number. So that's why they used among. Among means moddhe. Amid is also, amid or amidst is used for more than two persons as well. Amid her team members. For example, amid her team members. Now find across, from, or opposite is similar to conveying that someone place is on the other side of things. He lives across from the rings. Another one is opposite or across from, and next to or beside. Next to or beside refers to an object, person that is the side of another thing. Example, he sat next to me. Next to, beside, or by, the same meaning. That means just next to me. That means he sat next to me, and she sat by me, or he sat beside me. Pashe. That means pashe. Near or close to. Near and close to carries some connection as next to. So it is almost similar to the next to. The near and close to. The difference is the distance. So near is a short, is more, has some, is next to is used to express short distance. So near is used to a longer distance. For example, he sat beside me. That means he almost touches me. And close to, near means, for example, the college is near the bus stand. That means not beside the bus stand. There is some distance. There is some distance between college and the bus stand. Okay. We have another example on. On is used for time, position, and place. That means time, position, and place. We usually say on Sunday, on Monday, on Tuesday, on Thursday. Before the 7 days of the week, we use on. And on is used for place also. For example, on floor, on roof, on the wall, and on body, on head, okay, on tree. So this is the place, and also position on the side. Above and over. Above and over means a position higher than a reference point. In other words, above over means higher position than other objects or person. We put umbrella over our heads to avoid sun rays. So above means, above, on means meaning upore, and above means upore. The difference is that on, when the object is touching the surface, that is on, and when the object is not touching the surface, above or over will be used. For example, we put our umbrella over our head. That means our umbrella is not touching our head. It's as there is some space between our head and the umbrella. On the other hand, if we use on, there is hair on my head. That means there is a surface touching connection between hair and our head. That's why we will use on. And under or below. Under or below means at a lower level than someone something. Under the table, that means under means niche. Under and below, there is a cat under the table. And sometimes we use the word underneath instead of under, and beneath instead of below. They are also common, less common nowadays. So we also use underneath and under and beneath. They have the same meanings but less usable in today, is nowadays. So it is almost it is a rare words nowadays, and going to be of and of. Of means denotes origin or cause. It is very common preposition in English. It is of. Of means this is a connection or origin. The mangoes of Rajshahi means the origin of mangoes is Rajshahi, or the mangoes comes from Rajshahi. When it means this origins or the connect part, that of will be used. And of means denotes the separation. He cut off the branch. Of means the separation. We cut off the trees. We cut off the connection. It means we disconnect the connection. Separation. That when that in that case of will be used. Now they come to. After the verb say, suggest, propose, explains, supply, or talk, listen. So for some certain word, after some certain words, to will be used. For example, say to, I said to him, suggest to, propose to, explain to, reply to, complain to, talk to, listen to, okay, and confine to, contribute to. For example, he wrote to me. He wrote to me. He goes to school. Destination. For destination, to is also used. He goes to school. There. Now we will discuss some rules of preposition. A preposition must have an object. As I earlier said, the preposition must have an object. Without object, a preposition will not be a preposition. It will be an adverb. All prepositions have objects. And a preposition does not have an object, it is not a preposition, it is probably an adverb. A preposition always an object, and on the other hand, an adverb never has an object. So what is the difference between preposition and adverb? Preposition has an object, and adverb doesn't have any object. An example, we are going to give example. They work in the garden. For example, they work in garden, or they work in the garden. In garden, after there is people here, preposition is in, and there is the garden, so there is object for in, so it is a preposition. Please come in, and this is here preposition is in, and after in there is no object, so it is not preposition, it is adverb. You are standing before a tea stall. After before there is a tea stall, there is an object, so it is preposition. He calls soon after. And soon after, preposition after has no object, so it's not preposition, it qualifies call. I will call after work. Preposition after has object work, so after then that is the work, so it is preposition. So we are giving several example. Preposition means place before. I also said earlier, preposition means place before. It placed before and noun or noun phrase, or the noun or pronoun, noun or noun phrase. The name preposition indicates that preposition usually comes before something. For example, I put the book on the table. When a preposition does not come before its object, it is still closely related to its object. Who do you talk to? And I talk to Jarin. Pronoun following a preposition should be in objective form. I also said this earlier. The pronoun, when a pronoun is used for the preposition, it will be in objective form. When a pronoun follows a preposition, it will be in objective form. The noun or pronoun that follows a preposition from a prepositional object If it is in pronoun, it should be therefore be in objective form. Me, here, them. No, what is objective form of pronoun? Me, them, her, us, not subjective form. And there was a crisis between them. We say there is a crisis between them, not they, not there. This is from my friend and me. This is from my friend and me, not I. This is from my friend and me, not I. The prepositional form. Preposition have no particular form. No particular form. The majority of preposition are one-word preposition, but some are two or more three-word phrase known as complex preposition. One-word preposition, for example, the one-word preposition is before, after, on, to. And complex preposition, there are some complex preposition on account of, according to, in spite of, in front of. Okay. Now, two preposition and two infinitive are not the same. There is now the confusion. What is two preposition and two preposition and two infinitive? For example, I want to do the work and I want to go to school. There is two, but we should not confuse the infinitive particle to go to it with the preposition to school, to Dhaka. So they should not be confused. After to, there will be a object or noun, and then that will be the preposition. And after to, if there is a verb after to, that will be infinitive verb, infinitive to. So to as a preposition, I look forward to, I look forward to seeing, they are the prepositional to. With a view to, this is also prepositional to. They are committed to the project. They are committed to keeping the price down. Sorry. They are they are committed to the project. They are committed to keeping the price down. Not they are committed to keep, because this to is prepositional to, not infinitive to. We know that after infinitive to, the present form of verb will be used. That means there will be no ing after verb. There will be no past participle form of verb. There will be present form of verb. That means nothing will be added to the main form of the verb after infinitive to. And prepositional to, after prepositional to, gerund will be used. That means their verb plus ing form will be used. For example, I went to market with a view to buying something, not buy something. And I went to market to buy something, not buying something. So this is the difference. You have to understand these differences when you will use the prepositional to, infinitive to. I'm used to cars and I'm used to driving, and not I'm used to drive. So, and to as infinitive particular, they used to live in London and they love to sing. So when to infinitive used, the example of to infinitive, they used to live in London, they love to sing. So here present form of verb has been used after to. So this is the differences between to and infinitive to and prepositional to. So students, we have discussed now some rules of preposition, and some we have discussed some preposition about the preposition. In our next class, we will discuss appropriate preposition. That means some words use particular preposition. For example, of is used after aware, after conscious, after conscious, and to is used after confined, to is used after contribute. So some particular words use some particular preposition, that is called appropriate preposition. We will discuss about this matter. Preposition has both uses, preposition, appropriate preposition and normal uses. So you have to learn both the items, appropriate preposition and the normal uses. So that is all for this class. Next time next class we will also continue preposition. That's all for today. Assalamu alaikum.